Welcome to another edition of Inside the Film Room, presented by Microsoft Surface, the official tablet of the New York Giants. Bob Papa, Super Bowl champion Shaun O'Hara. We're going to dive into Theo Johnson, the rookie tight end out of Penn State. And obviously, Theo Johnson's season ended prematurely with an injury. But as the season went on, there's a lot of things to kind of like about him. And he's running one of these traditional routes here, a seam route.
Yeah, Bob, unfortunate injury for him in his rookie season. He was really blossoming, and his production was definitely starting to ascend. But Theo Johnson, he's got all the physical tools to be a great tight end in the NFL. And this is basically, this is a pretty standard route for a tight end. This is a seam route, right? He's going to basically run right up the hash right here. And this is cover 2 defense, right? This is Tampa 2, so you got 2 high safeties. And in the Tampa 2 defense, it's this Mike linebacker that's responsible for the deep middle of the field. And he's going to run with Theo. And you could see, this is a tight throw right here. This is a tight window, not a high percentage throw because of the covers. The linebacker's right there. But from the end zone, Bob, what I want to show you, just the subtleties. So I mentioned that it's a seam route. You're going to run up the hash. But what he does is he kind of feints like he's going to run a little post route over here, or he's going to cut out. And that kind of draws the defender over here. But what he's also doing, Bob, is he's creating a little more area for the ball to get thrown in here. If he just runs right up here, this guy's just he can body him up. And now there's not as much space for the quarterback to fit this ball in. But does a good job doing that, and then he straightens it up. And then this is what you love right here as a quarterback. Hey, this is basically what the quarterback's looking at is this defender, what is he doing? If he's looking at me, I can't make this throw. That's a pick all the way. But if his back is to me and he's watching the receiver, I can let this ball go, but it's got to be high where my guy can go up and make a play. And that right there is what Theo does a great job of. You could see, they call it high pointing, but basically timing it up right now. That is an art form to be able to time it up and jump up and get it at its highest point right there and come down and secure the catch. So really nice athletic play by Theo Johnson.
All right, we're going to take a look at another pass play to Theo Johnson where he's working against the Washington defense.
Yeah, so this route's a little bit more physical because it's man covered. So pre-snap, he knows, all right, this guy's right over top of me right now. He's staring at me. I know he's covering me, and I got a man cut route that I've got to find a way to create some separation because he's going to be right in my hip pocket. So man coverage right here. He knows he's running a little crossing route. And as I mentioned before on the previous route, he's the little subtlety. So he's going to kind of dip out a little bit, but then he pushes back in before he cuts out. And that little subtle in move back kind of usually comes with a chicken wing. You got to learn you don't extend the arm, but that's how he creates a separation. So Rob Gronkowski made a career out of doing this. You kind of run into the defender a little bit with your shoulder and your body, and then you kind of push him off just a little bit, give him a nudge to create that separation. He knows there's a good chance he's getting this ball because of the man coverage, but he knows he's got to get a little separation, which he does right there with the burst and with that little chicken wing. And then this is a great throw. That's right on the money. That's exactly how you want to play ball. You want to give your tight end a chance to catch it on the move. And what I like about it is, all right, he catches this ball, secures it, and then immediately he's looking upfield. He's trying to get some yards after the catch. He wasn't just happy catching the ball. He's looking to get more yards.
So that's a look at Theo Johnson in the pass game. Now we're going to take a look at Theo Johnson in the run game.
Yeah, so obviously tight ends, you always think of them in the run game as on the line of scrimmage, and that's always tough, especially for rookie tight ends. Sometimes they have a hard time with the physical aspect of it on the line of scrimmage, but another thing that they get asked to do is to block on the move. And this is one of the challenges as a tight end. You can see he's coming over here in motion, and he's going to have to block on the move. So now you're out in space, and it's all about your footwork. You've got to find a way to accelerate. You've got to be a good athlete. And I thought this was an excellent job right here of Theo of finding out, all right, who am I going to block? All right, who's my guy? All right, it's this guy. But I'm going to accelerate my feet. Watch how his feet accelerate through this block. If you slow down with your feet, all right, you get no movement, and you get called for a holding penalty. But he does a good job making contact right there with the hands inside, and you can see how long his arms are right here. He's dominating this defender right here. And then I like the effort right here. It's not good enough to just block him. I'm going to block him into the first row. He almost knocks a camera guy out over here. Audio guys right there. You gotta look out when Theo's blocking because he's not going to quit. So I think for Theo, look, he's going to get a lot more opportunities. He's a big red zone target. I think the biggest thing for him is show your quarterback that he can trust you. Anytime he puts the ball near you, you come down with it.
That's a look at Theo Johnson. For Shaun O'Hara, I'm Bob Papa. Thanks for joining us. for this edition of Inside the Film Room, presented by Microsoft Surface, the official tablet of the New York Giants.